Mosh, what's more lame looking, knicker wetsuits or a surfing helmet?
First of all, are we starting? There's no such thing as a knicker wetsuit. And actually, we don't use that kind of language anymore.
Oh, my God.
You're talking about a spring suit.
Hi, we're at the Endless Honeymoon podcast.
You're
That's
talking
where
about a
we're at.
spring
It's a
suit.
location now.
Our powerless intern Brian went surfing, and nobody can see your sunburn.
That
dude.
looks pretty fucked up,
He's
though.
desperately
But don't wear
trying to get on
knickers in the
camera.
ocean.
It's
Seriously.
Not, they are not knickers. They are.
He said he wore a knicker.
It's a spring suit, and it ends
A
at
spring suit?
Yeah, you know the season spring.
Yeah, I know it.
Yeah, it's named after that.
Okay.
So I don't come to your village and talk about.
Culottes? What do you call it?
We call it a spring suit, which I just said. Listen, honey, I don't come to your perfumery and talk about the
I don't
quotient
even wear
of
perfume.
red vanilla that you've put into your perfume or whatever the fuck.
I do put essential oils in my body.
Yeah, I know you put them in your body.
No, I put it in my...
Natasha,
I actually do olive oil. I bought a pump on my favorite website. It's called Amazon.
I like Temu.
Oh, my God.
There's something disturbing about the foam content in this LaCroix. I think there might be soap in this cup. That doesn't look right. Does that look right to you? There's something really not good there going on. Does that look right? Guys, does that look right to you? Does this look right?
Wait, Moshe!
That seems wrong.
Why?
For content, honey. We're doing it for content.
This was like an $800 table.
And now it's an $800 table with some soapy LaCroix on it.
This is what it's like living with a man.
Yeah, it is. There's fun all the time. There's always fun around the corner. And I just feel like what we just created...
No, paper towels are not even going to clean that up. I have to go get a beach towel. Hold on.
All right. Well, I'll just keep talking. A spring suit is generally a wetsuit that has short sleeves and short pants, legs. And it's for when the... Brian, don't try and get on camera. It's for when... Tosh, you're in my... I'm right in the middle of talking about wetsuit technology. Now, neoprene is moving away from a synthetic based into a more biological, organic based. And that's a really big revolution in the wetsuit world. And I think that we're going to see a strong move away from any kind of synthetics into fully organic, earth-based neoprene technology.
All right.
Now, the Japanese wetsuit companies are making some of the finest quality
you wear
stuff.
a helmet when you surf, so you can't talk.
I don't wear a helmet when I surf. That's something that you made up to go viral.
Do you have one? Do you have one?
Viral on the Tony Hawk podcast.
Do you have a surfing helmet?
What I have...
Do you have that's a yes or a no?
This isn't a congressional hearing. I'll answer it how I choose. I'm the co-host.
Okay.
Okay? This is my house. Literally, this is my house. We record in our house.
Okay.
People often think it's a studio, but it's a studio within a house. And that's kind of some of the magic that we're letting you behind the wall on. What I have is a surf hat to keep...
Sorry.
What I have... You want me to go get it?
No.
You talk about wetsuits.
Well, I actually hate wetsuits. It's one of the downsides of surfing, in my opinion. It's like it's hot out, and then all of a sudden at the beautiful beach with the ocean breeze, it's like put this dirty Batman suit on that you can barely zip up. That, by the way, is normal to pee in. Moshe says he pees in his wetsuit. I don't know why you got the short one. I mean, because obviously it's spring and summer, so they did that. Okay, here comes Moshe. That's a biking helmet, Moshe.
Okay, so here, what we have here, what would you call that?
That looks like a bike helmet.
This is a bike helmet. This is a helmet that you ride when you use when you ride a bicycle. Okay? That's a helmet. What would you call this?
A surfing helmet?
No, honey, it's a surf hat with just a little bit of padding on the inside. And Tony Hawk, if you're watching this, I know you're like a regular watcher, and Jason Ellis, if you're also watching, this is sometimes what I wear because I want to keep the sun out of my eyes, and then it's got a little bit of padding. Now, sometimes I'll wear that if it's a crowded lineup and I want to avoid getting bonked in the head by some piece of fiberglass. I'll wear this. It's cool. It's awesome. This is a helmet. Okay. Now these, and this is just stuff I pulled out of the car where I keep the surf hat. These are my boxing gloves. And I just brought that out to
You should surf in
to
those.
tell you, Tony, and Jason that I box. And I've been boxing for years. And when people talk shit, my fists fly. I'll let these fists fly.
Listen, I went on Tony Hawk's podcast and they were making fun of Moshe. Because
You were,
I said
because
he
you brought
was-
it up, because you bullied me. You threw me under the bus.
Well, the only
Stand
reason
by your
I
man.
did it is because Jason Ellis, he has I think he said he has something like 300 head injuries.
Yeah, it's such
and I
a
was
funny
like, oh,
thing.
you should do what my husband does.
It's such a funny thing to have somebody with multiple concussions making fun of you for having a padding on your head. I'm like, I'll be over here writing poetry and keeping this IQ intact, but you have fun on the half pipe. I guess what I'm saying is, Tony, Jason, Natasha, if you want to talk shit, you're gonna get hit. I guess what I'm saying is I want to fight Tony Hawk.
Well, maybe you should take off the pink shirt.
Now,
I'm very
as James
gendered.
Caan said, real men wear pastels.
I like it. It looks good on you.
Would it be funny if I fought, if I saw Tony Hawk in the streets and we fought, and either he beat the shit out of me or I won? Like, either way would be a kind of a fun area.
He
Like,
could probably get away from you faster than
no,
you could
Tony
get
Hawk
away from him.
is like a top level professional athlete and would beat the shit out of me. But there's an off chance. You never know. You could get lucky. Jason Ellis, I have a strong feeling would probably wipe the floor with me. You though, you're 4'11", and I know your weaknesses emotionally and physically. I feel like I could definitely take you. My point is, I don't wear a surfing helmet.
You wear a spring hat?
No, it's not a
surfing
spring hat. It's not a spring hat. It's a hat with a little bit of padding in
You
it.
should wear it to the Derby.
Oh, the Kentucky Derby? I might just.
Your spring suit.
You
and
honestly,
your surf hat.
your ethnicity, it seems like there are people that bet on horse races in somewhere in your family tree.
Is that like a
I'm
dig?
just saying the people that I've met in your family, it feels like somebody's bet on a greyhound race.
I am from Louisiana swamp people, honey. So, you know.
So they bet on a gator race.
Probably.
On a gumbo contest.
I'm from half that and then half like intelligent people.
Helmet.
No. I love my family. Very happy. Oh my God.
Oh, sorry, Blanche.
Is there anything else? Would you like to pour liquid on any other parts
I
of
thought
my
that was
decorating
that's
scheme?
what you call a viral moment. And it's like I get it. Your generation doesn't understand virality, but my generation, the generation of Z, Gen Z.
Oh, you're Generation Z.
I'm Gen Z.
Okay.
So it's like it's like a more sophisticated Gen Z. We understand viral moments. Okay. You think it was an accident that there was dish soap in the cup that I filled?
You're not even a millennial.
I'm a trillennial.
Do you know what the millennial pause is?
No, what's that?
It's when people. Do you know this, Laura? It's like when someone picks up their phone and they wait a beat and then they're like, "Hey guys."
Oh,
That means you're old.
okay.
And millennial is old. Am I right?
We only want to know who's old.
Oh, one more thing too. I heard.
Yeah.
You're not supposed to give two fingers up anymore.
Oh, no more peace.
No more peace signs, or else you're like
Right.
old. We're not doing that anymore.
Because young people don't believe in peace anymore. They believe in violent revolution. I get that. They're more on that Malcolm X tip. Now, you know who's old?
Who?
Are comedians who are still making fun of millennials as if they're the young people.
Right.
To me, there's no more exposing moment than when a comedian talks about hipsters or millennials. It's like, we're not doing that anymore.
You know what sucks about being old is that I used to.
You're old?
Well, I used to make fun of
Wait,
millennials.
you're old?
I mean, everyone's old. Everyone's aging every day. It doesn't make any sense to be upset about getting older because we're all doing it
I'm not doing it.
at the same rate.
I'm not. I'm actually not doing it.
Well, listen, I think it's kind of cool, but I will
Did
say,
somebody become a DJ recently? Does that sound like I'm aging, or does that sound like I'm getting younger?
oh my God.
It's true.
Okay, well, listen.
Old people don't DJ. You think old people throw down sick
How old
beats?
is Diplo?
He's probably my age and getting younger. But honestly, when you think old, you think throwing down sick beats?
Moshe?
Do you think build up and bass drops when you think old? No, you think, oh wow, the prime of youth. Do you know how many DJ groupies I've been fingering lately on dance floors? Well, none, because I haven't gotten any live gigs yet. But I'm ready.
That's
If
what
you want me
sucks.
to DJ your wedding,
No, but wouldn't you not want to be the oldest person at a dance party?
no, you
that
know
would
what?
be kind of like embarrassing.
Why? I've always
Oh,
said,
as a man, because it seems like you're a predator.
what?
Well, if you're
Why
like
do you
creeping around a dance floor
Why do you
and you're
conflate
20 years older
dancing
than
with trying to have sex?
I mean, I don't conflate it, but a lot of times people are drunk at a club and they will go home and have sex more
Yes,
often than
that
they would
can
if they
happen.
were like at the grocery store.
Yeah, but that's like that's what we call a logical inconsistency. It's a wait, what do they call them? A logical fallacy. Correlation is not causation, Natasha.
Okay.
Now, what I've always said about dancing is, and this is something that I coined. Okay, this is one of my notable quotables. And I always said, dance like nobody's watching. Yeah? It goes further.
Okay.
Dance like nobody's watching. Okay? Love like you've never been hurt before.
Wait, is this a Taylor Swift song?
No, this is a Moshe Kasher
okay.
quote that I wrote.
Uh-huh.
Okay?
Yeah.
Dance like nobody's watching. Love like you've never been hurt before. Right?
Mm-hmm.
And eat pussy like a starving man. These are the wisdoms that I bring to the table. I also said, and speaking of surf hats, the ocean is powerful, you have to respect it. That was one of the things that I first said. And I also said, and I hope I haven't done this on this podcast before because these are quotes that are important to me. Communism is a good idea in theory. That was me.
Well, listen, that's one of the reasons why I married you, because you're so good at quotes.
Actually, I got a real quote that I wrote.
I have one too.
Okay, what do you got?
Live, laugh, love.
Oh my God, that's great.
Thank you. It's the mantra that I keep going through my head.
That's your mantra when you meditate, is live, laugh, love?
Mm-hmm.
That's why you only meditate in flip-flops. That's so interesting. This is a real quote.
Okay.
So the stupidest person in the world is not the person that knows nothing. It's the person that knows almost nothing and thinks they know everything. Guys, that's fucking booyah powerful. Speaking of virality.
Moshe!
What?
Don't do
that one will go viral. That's like a really good quote.
Okay, listen, I don't
The
know what this
stupidest
wacky
person-
mood that we're in is, but
I'm trying to make good, fun content.
I think we have some...
Can you take the towel off of the couch, please?
I'm trying to clean it.
It doesn't need to be cleaned. It's water. I always said...
You can't just you can't dump sparkling water on brass.
I've always said water
How?
cannot be cleaned, for water is cleansing.
All right, listen, Moshe, I would love to hear your notable quotables.
You want some more?
No, thanks.
Okay.
How about, speaking of notable quotables, all these people have written in. We haven't had time to address their questions.
Do you want to
Can
hear
we
my
get
last
through
notable
some?
quotable?
Okay, fine. One more, Moshe.
Titty fucking with a B cup or below is a waste of time. That's like a classic. That'll go viral.
I have to say, I have an A-B cup.
Yeah.
It fluctuates, but
Yeah.
never it's like a very
Never
small
goes
B.
to C. Yeah.
I think I've maybe been titty fucked once.
By who? A Smurf?
I'm just saying.
Pablo?
People definitely don't pitch it.
No, that's right. Yeah. I mean, it's like pitching anal to a woman without a butthole. It's like, what are we doing over here? You know? No, guys, listen. Some of the quotes are more profound than others. And it's like pitching anal to a girl without a butthole is not one of my best. Natasha, I would gladly, and with a open heart and a hard cock, titty fuck you anytime you were willing.
All right. Well, I'll keep that in mind.
Okay.
Thank you.
Maybe on our 1,000th episode, I'll just titty fuck you on camera. Is this episode something people are getting turned on by or off? Hard to know.
All right. Well, listen, let's read some of these questions. Some of them are short. You know, people just need a little help here. And these are people who don't feel comfortable calling in, putting yourself on Zoom. I'm very thankful to the people who call in, but I understand wanting to keep your anonymity.
Nope.
How do you say it?
No. Keep going. I'm definitely enjoying this. Go ahead.
How would you say it?
How would you say it? It's not how you would say it. It's how it is said.
How is it said?
Anonymity.
Oh my God, I was so close.
Anonymity.
Anonymity.
Yeah, not anonymity.
Well, do you guys see what I have to deal with?
Do you see what I have to deal with? She thinks that the word is aman-badibidi.
Anonymity.
Adabidibidi.
It's really hard to say.
Anonymity.
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 Okay.
So we're going to do some written in ones. Okay.
All right. So here's one. Let's just jump right in.
Let's jump.
I'm coming out of a year-long relationship, slowly but surely getting back on dating apps, and I've been getting some anxiety with intro messages and the few first dates I've been on. Any advice for getting over getting to know you jitters? So they're saying anxiety with the intro messages, like what are you supposed to say? That is hard. You got to have an opener, right?
Well, I mean, this is just such a youth-based question.
Give her an opener.
How did we get to a point where a message on a dating app is causing someone social anxiety? I mean,
it's an intro like, hey, I'm Kelly.
It's on a dating app. It's not a guy at a bar going, was your dad a thief?
Yeah.
What do? Just here's how you get over your jitters. Have a pre-written
That's what I'm
response.
saying. Give her one. Funny.
Hey, what's up? Yeah, come up with a joke.
How about, and a joke that's a test. What about, hey, what's up?
What do you think about Beyonce
dating?
and or Taylor Swift, depending on your race?
I was going to say like some joke about how, but a good joke. Can you write her one?
What is it?
About how, like, but sarcastic. Like, aren't dating apps awesome?
Oh, that's good, Tosh.
No, but like something.
What I like about dating apps is there's a degree of anonymity.
No, I'm just saying, write her a funny opener.
You write her a funny opener.
Okay,
you're a comedy legend.
Let me think. Because also you want to know if they get sarcasm.
Right.
Like we're friends with a couple, and I feel like one of the person in the couple understands like jokes and the other person doesn't.
Which couple are we talking about?
I'm not gonna say. But do you know who I'm talking about?
I don't.
Okay, good.
Okay,
but
opening
no, but what
joke.
I'm saying is, you would if I were online dating, thank God, if Moshe
I got an
dies, I'm
opening
gonna
joke.
get in People magazine and let everyone know he's dead and I'm on the market, and I would not have to.
Do you think people will cover my death or your singleness?
Hope. I would bet more on my singleness.
So they're gonna.
because it's gonna be a tragic death.
Oh, that's funny. So the People article will say, famed comedian Natasha Leggero back on the market.
No, it'll
and
just
then
imply
and then there'll be
it.
a little footnote. It'll say after tragic death of husband, some other guy.
Right, and then.
Okay, I got a joke for her.
I'll start talking to everyone. It'll just blast it out there, and then everyone will know.
I got a joke for her.
What
do you think about this quote I just wrote? The ocean is powerful. You must respect it. Now, no, I think this is actually good. Because if he comes back and says, oh, wow, I didn't know you wrote that, he gets sarcasm. But if not, or if he writes back, wait, I think that's a Moshe Kasher quote, then he's got taste.
No, we need a harder joke.
I'm not going to, you can't put me on the spot to write a hard joke for this person as a template.
No, you're so right. It shouldn't be that funny because what if their person's not funny? And then the guy's like, oh my God, this girl's so great.
What?
I'm saying like, you don't want to do, if you can't write jokes, you don't want to.
Oh, you don't want to
seem like you're hilarious.
You don't want to have a great joke written, so then he follows up like, I love funny women. Tell me another. And you're like, you have to call back into the podcast.
Something like that.
Okay. You could say, okay, here we go. What's up? They write to you and you say, nothing's up. I'm just busy filtering through the 700 men that messaged me in the last minute.
It's too much because it's like you don't know this person yet and it is hard to.
Okay, I got one. Here's one. He writes to you, what's up? And you say, hi. What do you think of that? That should get over your first message jitters. Hi, how are you doing? Hey, what are you up to today? Tell me your favorite 5 books. There we go. How about that? What are your top 5 books? Hey, what's up? What do you think about the Jews? Race or religion?
All right. Well, I think maybe in addition to writing you an opener, which, by the way, it should just be whatever you're in the mood to say. But I do think getting in your head the idea that none of this matters and it is kind of a numbers game, and just kind of knowing inside that truly this doesn't matter. You can even say that if you want.
The truth
it's like, don't get anxiety about it.
The truth is with dating.
Yeah.
The advice is always the same. Just fucking be yourself.
Yeah.
Don't try and figure it out. Respond. Make a rule to yourself that you are required to respond to everybody that messages you that you find mildly interesting. You must write back. You cannot back down. And then you just be yourself.
And I do think that like men have probably more boundaries around dating than women do. Like I think if I was online dating.
Yeah, no uggos.
If I was online dating, I would want to make sure like if I was like, you know what, after to myself, after 7 days of messaging, I need to see the person or I'm not messaging with them anymore. You know, whereas men try to like string you along, and then maybe last minute want to come fuck you or something. So I do think that
What? Tell me again.
I'm saying you should have boundaries, and whatever your boundaries are, like maybe after 3 times you don't want to text back and forth anymore. Maybe it's like a coffee after a week. And if they don't want to do that or commit to that, then you move on. I don't know what your thing is, but I do know a lot of women who say that the men just want to go back and forth, ghost them, go back and forth, and then they'll take them out and then try to fuck them. Like on that first night. And it's like, if you don't, how do you make that not happen? But that's not everybody's. Everyone has a different.
That's not her question, though.
I know, but I'm just saying.
But here's a good way to avoid that. Is they say, hey, what's up? And you write back, I'm looking for commitment and I'm not here for sex. And my goal is marriage with children in mind.
Red flag.
Like the purple flag, deep red, whatever the deeper version of red is. Here's a question for you, Natasha.
Yes.
Would you rather date a physically repulsive man with a great personality and that seemed like they would stick around and do everything you need them to do, or a hot hunk with some pink flags?
The first one.
I mean, ugly.
Of course, the first one.
Really?
Honey.
You're going to live with a man that like you find physically repulsive. Oh, you're saying I am physically repulsive? I did not see that coming.
I don't want to say the joke because I thought you'd get mad.
What was the joke? Always do the joke.
I live with you, honey. It's okay.
Well, comedy is timing, and you nailed it on that one. All right.
I felt bad. Wait, hold on, though. One more thing I have to say.
Yes.
If I were online dating,
yes.
I would pick something that was important to me, that if the person knew, like, I know I can't
I hate this
date someone who like was like, if I said, who's your favorite band? They said Smash Mouth. I would be like, or like,
okay, I like this better.
Like something. I would probably say, who's your favorite painter? Haha. And then see what they said. And if someone was like, you know, knew something about painting, or, I was an art major, I would get like more interested in them. But that's
this better.
What I like to do.
I thought you were going to say like something like a binary that they could get wrong. Like,
no.
Like who painted this specific thing? And then if they don't know it, like I had a friend who when he would date women, he would ask them if they knew who David Lynch was. And if they didn't know who David Lynch was, he wouldn't date them. I think that's
I get
snobbery.
that. That's snobbery, but it's also like maybe he was trying to date people that were appropriate for his.
Like yours. It's my what are your favorite 5 books question.
Exactly. That's where I got it from. Or like
you got it from my question.
Yeah.
Notable quotables.
Or like a band, or I don't know, whatever is your thing, and also make it a joke and just see how the banter can
Tell me
get
3
going.
of the best songs you've ever heard. Tell me 5 of the best books you've ever read.
Well,
who are your
that is
favorite
also
painters?
But see, that's putting someone on the spot. So like,
so if you ask me who's your favorite painter, I would probably say my uncle Benjamin. He was a great house painter in the Brooklyn area.
That's funny.
And then you get funny.
Right.
And what if I said that to you? Who's your favorite painter?
It's very problematic because all the people I like,
everyone?
All of the artists like molested kids.
Wait,
not
all of the artists you like?
No, but like
Hold on,
married.
This doesn't say anything about art. It says something about the art that you respond to. What, if Georgia O'Keeffe wasn't on the ballot?
No, actually, I like Georgia O'Keeffe, but I can't say that's what I love.
It.
Picasso, he dated a 14-year-old. Egon Schiele, they would just like come up to like 12-year-olds in the street and take them back and like have sex with them.
Mm-hmm. Egon Schiele, after that though, became one of the Ghostbusters.
Degas, remember isn't he the one who went to Tahiti and then just like all the...
That was Cezanne. I can't believe I know that, but I feel fucking powerful right now.
It wasn't. You're
no?
wrong. No.
I think I'm right.
All right, honey.
Am I wrong? I'm just wrong.
Yeah.
Who painted the Tahiti people?
I think
Degas or Cezanne? Degas or Cezanne? A tale as old as time.
Neither.
Oh, who is it?
Gauguin.
We're both dumb. That's beautiful. We're well matched.
This would have been good repartee. But no, it wouldn't, because now you have the internet. You can just Google it.
All right. My girlfriend has a cat. The problem is I'm allergic to cats, and I'm not that interested in them. She's excited by cute things her cat does and shares the videos with me. When I see a cute cat video, I feel nothing. When I tell the truth about this, she gets bummed out. Am I being heartless? Is there something wrong with me?
First of all, I think it's... Oh, is she showing you the cat videos?
Yeah, she's sending cat videos all day long.
I think you're totally within your rights to say, generally, I don't really like to watch cat videos. Like, Moshe sometimes shows me some videos. He's like, look how funny this is. And it's like internet humor. And
Right.
I can't say
Yeah.
I'm a massive fan of
No,
internet
totally.
humor specifically.
No, right.
And I told
It's like
you,
young people humor.
Oh my God.
No, I get where you're coming from. Natasha will, when I send her one of those, she's like, I don't get it, but check out this clip. And she sends me like a Laurel and Hardy clip. And she's like, how about that Buster Keaton?
I don't choose to spend enough time on the internet to get exactly what the references, on some of the very low level things that you're always watching. Moshe follows like TikTok cringe accounts. He follows
actually
people getting in fights like at DMVs in Louisiana.
Totally.
He likes street fights, people not
Actually,
wearing masks. He likes
that's a genre that has really diminished.
Okay.
But I'll tell you what my algorithm right now is. By the way, I want to invent something. It's called the algorithm reset.
Ooh.
It's when your algorithm gets too tainted by the cringy stuff you're watching.
Yes.
You pay $9.99 and the internet just resets your algorithm and you start over. Like I would like to
Great idea.
90% of the videos in my algorithm are evangelical Christian preachers wearing like APC tight pants and oversized glasses, or like weird woo-woo conspirituality people talking about how they know how to talk to ponies.
That is so annoying.
I don't want it anymore, but I've watched too many of them that I can't get out of it. And so now I'm doing this thing where I'm trying to watch videos I don't enjoy to try to like un-Christify my algorithm. It sucks.
And my algorithm, I got on TikTok for 2 days and they kept showing me this video of a girl putting on a fake butt.
Yeah.
And I couldn't understand what she was doing. So I watched it like 15 times. And then my algorithm was just ruined.
It's all BBLs.
Yeah, like I did.
BBLs in Christ.
I was just trying to, yeah, that's funny. I was trying to figure out what it was. So I kept watching it. So I think sometimes they trick you.
Just give me a reset. But why won't they let us reset our algorithms? Just let me start over. I was complaining about it to somebody the other day, and he's like, well, how many Gmail accounts do you have? Because you could just log into that Gmail and start. I'm like, I'm not going to log into a new email account in order to get new videos shunted to my Instagram. Anyway, here's my advice for Catman. You do not have to like them, and you do not have to express that you don't like them. You can just not respond and accept that I said mom because that's what my mom does. I've asked her many times to stop sending me like New York Times video recipes for lemon halva cups and like interesting information about the bald eagle. And it's just like she won't stop.
You asked her? No, you didn't.
Yes, I did. I said, could you stop sending me any text message that you didn't write?
Oh my God, she does not listen to that.
No, she just doesn't listen. Part of it is because she's deaf and listening is not her strong suit. But part of it is that she just is like stuck in her ways and she's going to be sending these videos. So I just don't respond. And then she will ask me once in a while, well, did you see the thing? I go, Mom, I don't watch the video. I don't click the links. I don't watch the videos. I read. And by the way, it's got more consequences, which is that when she does pen a text message to me that actually I'm supposed to respond to, half the time I don't respond to it because I'm not even noticing because I'm like,
so
it's just another fucking New York Times thing. But anyway, with the cat videos, you don't have to like them. You don't have to express that you hate them. Just like delete the vid and keep it moving.
Yeah, but what if the person wants a cat?
Then you say, oh yeah, listen, if they want a cat?
Well,
they have a cat.
His girlfriend has a cat and he's allergic to cats.
That's a whole separate thing. Well,
that's part of the question. So
actually,
I'm like, you should just break up.
The truth is, this is TMI. Nobody cares. The allergy isn't really germane to your broader point, which is that you don't like cat videos. I mean,
right. I hear you.
So keep your allergies to yourself. There's a HIPAA law violation to tell us.
And Siamese cats, they don't have the same allergens.
Is that true?
Yeah. So maybe get one of those next.
Is that true?
Yeah.
Will you do me a favor?
What?
And
poodles too. They're hypoallergenic.
Will you do me a favor and sing the We Are Siamese song from Lady and the Tramp and just do it, look at the camera and sing it with like a lot of gusto. Go for it.
Moshe, you're so immature. Hi. I started dating a friend of 8+ years. He's amazingly sweet, thoughtful, and in touch with his emotions. He's been nothing but supportive and helped me grow spiritually and mentally. But after 2 years of dating, I have a nagging gut feeling that he isn't right for me. How do I end things while still salvaging the friendship we had? Is that possible? B?
No. Next letter. Hey, I'm in a dilemma. No, I just don't think. No. I mean, people don't want to accept that their actions have consequences. And when you date somebody, You transition into a different level of relationship, and it's never going to be the same. It might continue to be a friendship. It might eventually develop into an even deeper friendship.
You just need that buffer.
You can't.
You got to take like 8 months off.
Yeah, you can't date somebody for 2 years and then be like, can we default back to the original, like, just buddyhood we had before? It's like, it doesn't make sense.
Right, because it's not compassionate to them because they're still sprung on you. And they'll always be there for you, so you should definitely... Here's the thing, too. If you're having this feeling and you haven't met someone else, you're lucky, so break up with them now. Because what happens is people have that feeling and then they stay together and then they cheat. And that is even worse for them. And then you definitely won't have your friend.
By the way...
So you have to be brave.
By the way...
And end it.
I'd rather you cheat on me.
And wait 8 months.
I'd rather you cheat on me and get out of my life than waste years of my dating life knowing that you're not in the relationship and knowing that it's going to end, but being too cowardly to break it off. To me, that's a bigger violation even than infidelity, is stealing years of my life knowing that you are not in love with me anymore. Get going. It's like my friend Lord used to say, are you my girlfriend? No? Then get the fuck out of my way. I think once you know this isn't your boyfriend, it's time. Rip the dade. All right. Next. Hey. I'm in a dilemma. I always wanted to be married before having kids. My partner hasn't popped the question quite yet, but he has expressed that he doesn't want to be an old parent. He's 36. I'm not sure if I should just go for it and get pregnant now and then hope to be married later, or wait it out until we get married. We've been dating for 4 years. We live together, and the goal is to be married. Mutual agreement. What should I do?
I mean, he's clearly about to ask her to marry him. He's just waiting for the right time. She said they've been dating for 4 years. They live together, and it's a mutual agreement that they're going to be married.
But he's like saying, I don't want to be an old dad. I want to have kids now. I mean, in this situation and in this situation
so
only.
He wants to get her pregnant now?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
Wait, hold on a second. Let's reread this. I always want to be married before having kids. My partner hasn't popped the question quite yet, but he has expressed he doesn't want to be an old parent. Now, I just realized something. This woman is like in the realm of fantasy. Like he once said, I don't want to be an old parent. And she's like, okay, so maybe I should impregnate myself now and have the kid for him now, but he hasn't popped the question.
They need to have discussion about this, right?
It's time for you to have a conversation about
marriage.
Yeah.
With Moshe, I didn't want to get pregnant before getting married necessarily.
How come, by the way?
It's like, I don't know, just like something in your head, like being pregnant is really uncomfortable. Like it's nice if they're separate. Like what if you're like pregnant, getting married? You're like 8 months. I just have an image of being 8 months pregnant at a wedding. It's like, why deal with that? Like your wedding should be more fun.
That's a Rockford classic right there.
There was 2 girls in my high school, in my Catholic high school, who were pregnant, seniors.
I just think that this is what happens when you're not expressing your needs like fully, is this person has latched onto the fact that her boyfriend said he doesn't want to be an old dad. And she's like, okay, so maybe I should get pregnant now before he asked me to marry him. And it's like, you just got to like take a step back.
I think I told you that I wanted to get married.
You told me.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, that puts me into the drive of if I'm going to do this and commit and make this greatest mistake of my life, I've got to like do it now. So I think that's it. I think we've come to it. She needs to say to him, I heard you say you don't want to be an old dad, and I don't want to have kids before I get married. So maybe you want to think about or, you know, I don't love that advice.
It's important to me that we get married soonish if we are. And if we're not, then
let's break up.
Let me know, babe.
Let me know, babe. LMK, babe.
Yeah. But also you don't want to be one of those people who's like, you know, afraid to take your girlfriend on a vacation because every time you pass a fountain, they're going to think like you're going to pop the that's a lot of pressure to put on a man.
Yeah.
Okay, well, actually, our next letter is about a very similar thing. Let's see here. Hello, Natasha and Moshe. As much as I'd love to have a real conversation with you, I would never in my life be willing to expose my voice or face on a podcast.
Can I pause there? I have said to everybody that if you ever want to do like an anonymous video, like how they did on 2020.
Get some anonymity?
Yeah. Very good,
Thank
Natasha.
you.
Like one of those shadow figures. Even if you wanted to modulate your voice, I'm in. If you got an advice question so dark that you cannot bring it to the video, bathe yourself in shadows. Put on a Guy Fawkes mask.
Yeah, that would be
like
cool.
anything you want. Like put on a ski mask, like one of those weird porn videos where
It's
the
hard
guy is all. Why is the guy always wearing a ski mask but the girl never is? Anyway, the point is, come on the podcast in anonymity. We will gladly accept you.
Okay. So the person says, I'd love your thoughts on this. How do I, quote, begin talking about, unquote, marriage with my significant other without necessarily proposing or making it seem like I'm asking for a proposal? We've been together for 7 years, but have no direct conversations about the idea of us marrying. I do not want to be one of those couples who never talks about it and then suddenly gets engaged, because I think that is insane. However, how do you just casually bring up such an intense topic? It doesn't have to be that intense. I have never been with a person where this was something that was discussed. I am not in a rush to get married, but am in my early 30s and am starting to feel the need to decide on whether I'll have kids. Anyway, what are each of your 2 cents? Love you both. Charlotte. In quotes. What do you think, Moshe?
I think this one's easy. First of all, you've already written this question. You could literally print it, bring it to your significant other, and say, hey, I sent this into an advice podcast.
What are your thoughts?
What are your thoughts?
Now,
Charlotte.
Now,
I mean, it's easy.
one of my things, though, is to try to do this kind of direct stuff, but also flirty and fun. And,
Hey, do you like titty fucking or spending the rest of your life with somebody?
Well, it's just like making it a little bit like, hey, just like flirty in the sense too, like I think you need to know like what they're thinking about this, because I'm thinking about if I want to start a family and I want to know like what are your thoughts? I don't know. It's like you're dating for 7 years. It's I think you need to, and then also be willing to walk away too. Like your worst fear could be them saying like, oh, I don't know, man. I don't think about you that way at all. Or I don't know, like that's way too much pressure for me right now. I just want to chill for like at least 5 more years. It's like, wouldn't you like to know that? I think that is important information, and especially if you're starting to feel that you want to begin the motherhood journey. And also IVF fucking sucks. Like, of course it's an option, but it is like a lot of energy and a lot of money and a lot of like emotional, load. So it's really something to open up, and just like what you always talk about, Moshe, uncovering, just having clear, open conversations.
Well, here in your email is the way that you would bring it up. You wrote it, Charlotte, if that is your real name, which it isn't. How do I begin talking about marriage with my significant other without necessarily proposing to him or making it seem like I'm asking for a proposal? You wrote it. You will go up to your partner and you say, hey, I'd like to start talking about marriage, but I don't want it to seem like I'm asking you for a proposal and I'm not proposing to you. I just wanted to start the conversation. It's an uncomfortable conversation to have, but what's the point of making plans to be with somebody for the rest of your life if you can't even have an uncomfortable conversation with the guy?
But try to make it flirty. That's what I would do, because I don't like to be like, hey, listen, I need you to sit down. I need to have a conversation with you. Like, I feel more like just like letting him talk and see what prompting him to talk about it. And I think what you want to know is like, do you guys have a shared goal? Is there a shared goal going forward for family, marriage? Or do you think this is, because I'm starting to think about that, so I'm just wondering where you're at with that. And then like letting him talk or her, and like letting them say, oh my God, I've been thinking about the same thing, or whoa, back off vibes. I don't know, it's like, so prompt them and
get that info
and do it like in a fun, where you're relaxed, like in a relaxed setting. It doesn't have to be a big deal. It could be like at dinner or something.
A beanbag, a hookah lounge, a wave pool, like a relaxed setting, but somewhere chill.
Try to like guys don't want to feel, if this is a woman talking about a guy, and I'm going to just be old fashioned and gender it. But like, I think in general, guys don't want to like anything really emotional, like all of a sudden sprung on them.
Pressure.
Or like like anything that's going to make them feel like they need an answer or perform, or they're like it's targeting all their insecurities about their freedom. And they don't want to just be like like blasted. I had a therapist describe it as like black squid ink in their face.
But men do want to blast.
That's true.
No, I will say this though, to your point, which is well said and is correct. Men don't want to feel pressured. However, I do think that men want
or attacked.
I do think that men want to know that they will not be rejected if they are thinking in that direction.
And that is what I did to you. I told you, just so you know, if you did ask me to marry you, I would say yes. Didn't I say something
like that?
But that is also kind of flirty, but also lets him know
I'm here, I'm down.
That
no
he's
pressure.
not going to get rejected. Because that's what they imagine. If a guy, think about it, all of the mental pressure of bending down on a knee
I didn't do that.
Asking a woman
Never would.
to marry you. It's a very submissive act, possibly their only submissive act their entire life with you is to get on the knee. But then imagine getting rejected. I mean, that must be fearful. So I really think a person needs to know full on that you will say yes. So maybe that's a better thing to say to him if you haven't
You're right.
let him
know.
A
light, easy way to do it is go, just so you know, if you ask me, I'd say yes. But honestly, that won't give this woman the information she wants, which is, and are you going to ask me?
Okay, well, I really think we helped these people too afraid to call.
Yeah, maybe we can help them
cowards.
work on their courage too. That would be something.
But I will say, I think we gave some great advice.
Some of the best ever.
So let's reward ourselves with some secrets.
Hi, Natasha and Moshe. So I've never been the type of person to pee in pools, but when I'm at my apartment complex pool and someone comes in like really loudly talking on the phone or splashing around in the water or like there's children there or something, my body takes over my mind's better judgment and I just pee in the pool as a way of getting even, I guess. So anyway, love the pod.
What? Her body takes over? She has an involuntary urine release when she sees a child in a pool and does a biohazard attack?
I just realized we really should not go into pools. They're just pee. Like an apartment complex pool, everyone's kind of treating it like it's their own personal pool. It's like farting on a plane.
Their own personal toilet, you mean?
Yeah, like it's like, well, because I know my pool, people pee in my pool.
How do you know that?
Because we had a friend over and the kid was like, I'm going to pee in the pool. And the mom just kind of laughed about it.
That's when I cut ties with that person, that family, that bloodline. Piss in my pool, I'll kick in your face.
But at least a kid knows they don't pee in a pool. Like at least my kid like gets scared if she has to pee. She runs out because I've like totally instilled fear in her that she can never pee or shit in my pool.
Yeah, but an adult will shit in your pool.
An adult will pee in a pool because they know better. But they're like,
they make a mischievous decision.
It's kind of pleasurable to not have to get out, get cold.
I don't pee
and then
in a
to
pool.
just like be like, no one can see me.
I don't pee in a pool. Laura, did you have a hand raised? I don't pee in a pool ever. That's an insane thing. But I pee in a shower. You pee in a shower?
I have.
You ever shit in a shower and then have to tap dance it down into the drain?
Moshe.
That's classic.
That is so disgusting. That is really disgusting.
No, it's real though. I do that in our shower.
Okay.
It's called working it down.
Any other comments? Oh my God.
What? It's called working it down. It's called giving it the old Gregory Hines. A tappity tap tap, a tappity tap. The old Savion Glover.
That's a funny bit.
Yeah? Oh, I should do it on stage?
Yeah. Working it down. That's pretty funny.
Working it down. That's what they call it. All right. Well, I think this is biohazard. I think this is bioterrorism.
So try to give a commitment to yourself that you'll stop doing that.
No, here's the
thing. It'll help you have more integrity in life.
This woman is trying to pretend that it happens involuntarily. And it's time for you to take responsibility for your horrifying biohazard attack. Either you do it on purpose or you stop doing it. But don't pretend that your body has taken over.
All right. Let's hear another.
Hey there, guys. I just wanted to leave a secret. I'm driving right now, and I just thought of it because it happens while I'm driving. Anytime, like maybe this is an asshole thing to do, but anytime I see someone driving like swerving in between lanes and stuff, I can't really know if it's an emergency or not, but I always just assume that they're like kind of driving like an asshole. And so if able, I'll try to match speeds with the car next to me so that they can't get around for as long as I possibly can, every single time. And in the off chance that they are in an emergency, that makes me the asshole, but I just assume every time that they're just driving like an idiot, so I do it anyways. All right, bye.
I don't understand road rage. My instinct, if anything ever happens while driving, is to completely submit and just disappear.
Interesting. So if a man wanted to take you, all he would have to do is honk at you and shake a fist, and you would just submit.
I just mean, like, I'm not trying to, like, what'd you say? Or any kind of, like, get in front of you or, like, you know, ride the brakes or piss them off. Like, I'm just like, get in another lane and remove yourself from the situation.
I put the window lock on my car once to stop me from ever rolling down the window and saying anything.
Oh, that's good.
Because here's the thing about this caller. You think it's like you're an asshole because they may be in an emergency situation, which is, I guess, a fine musing. But the real reality is you're playing a little game on the freeway with the most unstable people on a freeway at any given point. It'll be fun until it isn't. And when that person all of a sudden realizes what you're doing and starts throwing Snapple bottles at you and shooting like a Glock at your windshield, and you're like, oh, all I wanted to do was like have a little comeuppance on a fast driver. I just think it's never worth it. There are fucking lunatics in the world, and you never want to die because you thought it was funny to make an Acura Integra slow down.
Yeah, and like people are on drugs and drunk or sleeping or on their phones playing video games. I mean,
yeah,
this is like...
Don't do it. We recommend against it. Officially at the Endless Honeymoon podcast, we recommend against this. All right, why don't we read another letter and bring this bad boy home?
Hi, Natasha and Moshe. My partner and I got married recently and have been together a long time before our wedding. We've lived together for a while and have more stuff than we need, so we explicitly made a small registry directly stating that we don't need more things. For those who insist we had a registry fund and a few items, honestly, we would have preferred to have no registry at all and tell people no gifts, but our families wouldn't have accepted that. I feel like I don't even need to read this whole thing. What they should do is do a honey fund, right?
I don't understand this concept of your family's not accepting stuff. What? It's your wedding. Why are your families involved in whether or not you have a registry?
We're also very particular people when it comes to style. Same. This is exactly why I would never want people bringing me random things. For our wedding, a friend who we both love asked if she could commission some art for us from an artist she liked. I love supporting local artists and small businesses, but her taste is very different from ours, and the sample she showed me was definitely not something we would ever pick. Art for your house? This sucks.
I mean, I'm with you.
I very politely told her she doesn't have to get us anything, but also there's a registry if she insists. I love homes where there's peculiar and weird stuff on the wall, but these were not pieces we found interesting or engaging. She's like trying to defend her taste. Our place is very small.
Well, she's also trying to defend her whole personhood. She's like, I love small businesses. I love artists. I love quirky choices. I love I love Tim Burton.
Our place is very small, and the pieces she wants to get are gigantic, so we can't just politely accept them and then squirrel them away. Literally, they wouldn't fit the limited storage at our place. We don't want to be rude, but she's a dear friend who's very generous. This sounds like a task for one of Moshe's firm and direct statements.
Yeah, I already got it.
All right, hold on. Let me just finish. There's one more sentence. Do we just accept the gift we don't want and try to find a place to hide it away and be shitty, ungrateful friends? Accept it and display it and just cope with an eye-catching wall that doesn't feel like ours? Obviously not. How do you nicely but firmly tell someone not to get you a gift? She's trying to be nice, but her taste is garbage. She just goes for it at the end.
I know. After all the equivocations in the end, she's like, by the way, my friend's taste is fucking garbage.
Is there a trick to stopping registry dodgers? Are we just awful people? I adore the podcast. You guys rule. Also from a fellow city jewel and rural Italian couple. Thank you. I actually am from a rural Italian area. Best regards. Not ungrateful, just judgmental.
This is so easy. I don't understand why everybody's so afraid of saying what they think. You just say to your friend, oh, yeah, we don't like that artist. Why are people so scared to just say what they think? Oh, yeah, that's not our kind of art. What's wrong with that?
Just don't say you don't like the artist. Just be like, oh, yeah, those pieces.
That's not for me.
Oh, no, I know. We already have a whole art thing
Why are we lying? What? No, that's not my kind of art. Well, what's wrong with that? That's somehow that's offensive that you don't want the artist that they've decided to commission. Just say no. Squirrel it away, accept it, or put it on your wall. That's one of the choices. It's like, just say no. Oh, it's not really our style. Oh, it's such a sweet offering, but it's not really our style. We'd like cash. I mean, it's like, what?
You cannot say the we'd like cash better.
Yeah, you can.
Why don't you just say, but we're having everyone donate to our honey fund?
Why are we, first of all, they don't have a honey fund.
They should get one.
They should
Everyone
get a spine.
Can give you $100.
That's what they should get.
And then you have
like,
$5,000 that you can spend on a nice vacation.
That's what they should have done. But they didn't do that. They made a registry because their families would not have accepted not having a registry. I don't understand.
Because
why
they
can't
just
people
help you.
Stand up for themselves? Oh, we don't want any things. Here's a honey fund. You can give us cash. Oh, no, that's not my kind of art. I'm not in. Oh, that's great, but not for me. Why is that so difficult? And when there's somebody over at your house and it's time for them to go, why is it so hard for people to say, oh, this was so fun. I think we're going to probably retire to the bedroom now. Why? Oh, you want to spend another hour over cocktails? Just say what you want without being rude.
Then you are just basically negating all of Emily Post, but I hear you.
I reject Emily Post. I find her to be a white supremacist.
She probably was.
Wait, was she?
Well, I think it's all like, those old manners books are like, those are like white people having servants.
What?
Well, it's like everything they teach you is like for like what would be appropriate if you have a full staff.
Oh, what would be appropriate on the plantation?
Yes, that's what it feels
What does
like.
Emily Post
Like
say about rejecting gifts or telling people when it's time to go home? Natasha, you will let somebody
run upstairs and tell you.
You will let someone stay a full hour past when you want them to leave because you're so afraid of saying like, oh man, it's getting late. It's so easy. Oh, it's getting late. This is so fun. I think let's wrap it up though. Why is that so hard for people? Just say it.
Rudeness is the dumb person's imitation of strength.
But that's not rude.
Emily Post.
It's not rude to say, oh, I'm getting a little tired though. This was so fun. That's not rude.
Okay, we have our manners correspondent here on the side. What does she say about it?
You can say, okay, Emily Post says,
gift us with the honor of your presence. I like that. Say you don't want gifts, but what if you want money but not their dumb ass gift?
She doesn't mention honey funds.
See, that's why Endless Honeymoon Podcast is a thing.
Cutting edge.
There are new questions Emily left off. We can pick up where she left off. And actually, ask me your etiquette questions when you call in.
You think you have pretty good etiquette, Natasha?
For sure. I do. For hosting. Yes.
Not for marriage. Yeah.
Marriage etiquette? What
by
do
the
you
way,
mean?
that's so...
Oh, you mean
that
the
is a telling statement.
Well,
that is a telling statement.
Oh, I see what you're saying. My party etiquette is probably better than my marriage etiquette.
You definitely treat guests better than you treat me.
Okay, well, I'm just saying I'm more comfortable with you. If I want you to leave a room or I want you to wrap something up, I feel more comfortable telling my intimate partner. It's a completely different thing. And Emily Post doesn't talk about, she talks about only parties, right? She's not talking about social things.
I guarantee Emily Post
she does
says
not talk
how
about
to get
marriage.
guests out of your house. Oh, yeah, you're right about that. But I find Emily Post's advice to be ruder than being direct. Hey, would you mind if I commission you this artist that I love? Gift us with your presence. That's rude. That's ruder than saying, oh, that's great. Oh, what a thoughtful gesture, but that's not really our style of art. That's more polite. It's more polite to be direct.
Well, listen, we're going to start having an etiquette arm of the podcast
because
I do think that, there are a lot of new questions. There wasn't fucking technology when Emily Post wrote all of her...
Stupid fucking Emily Post, dumbass.
Her white-centric tirades.
Talking about how do I get a mint julep ground in time for all my guests to have it. I want to talk about how you get rid of guests when you're done, when the party's over. Laura? Emily says... Thank them for coming. That's great. Okay, we're at a party.
Pretty good.
We're at a party. Okay, we're in the middle of it, and we go, oh, guys, thank you so much for coming. This has been so awesome.
That's great.
That's such a clear time to go.
It's really great that that is great advice. It's so simple. It's direct, but it's also like very effusive. It's like my flirting advice.
Yeah.
It's like you're like, you're saying something really positive in it.
Thank you guys for coming. This has been so fun.
Yes, that is great. Well,
By
you
the
know
way,
what? Maybe she wasn't all bad.
To our listeners, thank you all for listening. This has been really fun.
Give us a call if you have a secret. 213-222-8608.
And if you're not a fucking coward, you can email us, endlesshoneymoonpod@gmail.com. You can be on the podcast. By the way, the offer stands. You can anonymize yourself. You can live in the shadows. I want that. I want a secret, an advice question so juicy that you can't show your face. And we will modulate your voice for you, right, Laura? We can modulate that voice.
But don't offer that as a service.
I love it.
So you can also...
I'm calling to see how it's possible for me to tell my partner I want marriage before kids.
Okay. Also, join our YouTube, our Patreon, and make sure to leave good comments, especially I know you guys love the podcast.
Rub the helmet for good luck, honey.
Okay. And don't make fun of Moshe for wearing a surfing hat.
You make fun of me.
Oh, I'm talking to myself. Honey.
Love you.